t'es pas seul. Qui dit crise, te dit monde. Qui dit famille, dit tiers-monde. Et qui dit fatigue, dit réveil.
And all I am is a man. I want the world in my hands. I hate the beach, but I stand in California with my toes in the sand. Used to season my sweater, let's have an adventure. Head in the clouds, but my gravity center. Touching my neck, and I'll touch yours. You and those little high-waisted shorts. Oh, she knows what I think about, and what I think about. One love, two mouths. One love, one house. No shirt, no blouse, just us, you find out. Nothing that I wouldn't wanna tell you about, no. 'Cause it's too cold for you here and now, so let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. For me, just take your breath away. I don't mind if there's not much to say. Sometimes the silence guides the mind to move to a place so far away. Goosebumps start to race the minute that my left hand meets your waist. And then I watch your face, put my finger on your tongue, 'cause you love the taste, yeah. And these hearts adore everyone ever beats hardest for. Inside this place is warm, outside it starts to pour. Coming down, one love, two mouths. One love, one house. No shirt, no blouse, just us, you find out. Nothing that I wouldn't wanna tell you about. No, no, no. 'Cause it's too cold for you here and now, so let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. 'Cause it's too cold for you here and now, so let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater.
I was hot from summer rain, sweat dripping off me. Before I even knew her name, la la la. It felt like ooh la la la, yeah. Oh, sapphire moonlight. We danced for hours in the sun, tequila sunrise. Her body fit right in my hands, la la la.
'Cause you know it's been a long time coming, don't you let me fall.
Oh, how your lips undress me, hooked on your tongue. Oh, Lord, your kisses got me, don't stop. I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya. But every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you know I love it when you call me señorita. I wish it wasn't so damn hard to leave ya. And every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you keep me coming for ya.
Call my name, I'll be coming for ya.
Just come outside, for the night. Take your time, get your light. In the night, come alive. Ain't it sweet? Ain't it fiend, 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 fiend.
All right, let's go. The market is moving up. We're getting a nice reaction so far today at open. Can you believe it? I almost can't. The SPY is moving up in a nice way today. Wow. A lot different from yesterday's open, where we had an immediate red candle off the bat on the 5-minute chart. Today, the SPY gapped up a little bit, filled the gap in pre-market, which was great. That means we don't have to fill the gap intraday like we did yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. Gaps don't have to fill, guys, so don't think that, but always something I look at is a big area of support, though, for sure. And looking at the overhead resistance right now, I really like these resistances coming up close to 541.50, especially, though, 542. I'm going to actually move my level up to 542 because I like it that much better than 541.50. Good morning. Juan, Robert, Clay, Grass, Mason, Yusus, J Bass, K, Toby, Ivan, Mario, David, Chase. Let's go. Very nice PA so far. Glad to see it. Don't always get good PA. Uh-oh, it's ending on us. Turning around already. 3 nice 1-minute candles and the SPY already dipping on us. Right now, I think it's a good time to take a breather. Let's look at the market. Let's say, hey, what are some big levels the SPY might bounce off of and move back to the upside at, right? Of course, we have 539, 540 even. Very close to there. Look, a pretty good wick right on our support. 539.30. Very close. Great pop back. Morning, Sonya. Hunter. Pew pew. Pump it up. I want to play it. David. Tank Daddy Dollars. Let's go. Love that name. Been a while since I seen you, I feel like, Tank. What are you eyeing with BAC? You know, I was looking at Bank of America this morning because their CEO, I think, was coming out with a lot of comments, I believe. Let's pull up BAC here real quick. Let's see. Heard a lot about them this morning. Let's see. Consumer continues to spend and maintain healthy credit. They obviously had earnings, so looking to see some of the main talking points here. There's the EPS, beat, sales, beat, estimate. What are some of the words from the CEO here? It says consumer continues to spend and maintain healthy credit quality. That sounds pretty good. Sticks to annual outlook.
I know what it is. All the time with him, you were wanting this. Yeah, you were wanting this.
Stock lost 17% year to date. That kind of sucks. No, it's a pretty big pullback out of Bank of America, though. With the earnings so far this morning, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We have Bank of America, Citigroup, Johnson & Johnson report there. There'll be no trading on Friday this week for Good Friday, which is pretty crazy. That'll be a fun day. I'm gonna go get some golf in. That'll be nice. Tank says it has, buddy. Hell yeah. Let's get it, Tank. Google's dropping. Googl. I always look at it with the L. Down to 158. I like the Class A little better myself. Tesla bouncing really well off support, 248 to 250. Very nice support bounce there coming into play. Nice, 253. Very nice recovery here. At 0%. Not the best to see.
All alone, you were all that I need. I try to forget that sometimes we're not close. All I want.
Google's dropping, Tank said. That was a minute ago, of course. As we look at Google dropping down, I'm really eyeing up that gap from yesterday. It never quite filled the gap like the SPY did. What worries me is that Google's dropping, but the SPY's moving up. Why is Google so much different than the rest of the Mag 7 here? Pretty weird. We're seeing a lot of good breakouts with Mag 7 today. At least good recoveries, like Meta looks great. Apple looks pretty good. Tesla looks great. God, these Thinkorswim charts are jumping around, but aside from that, boy, they're lagging. Good move by Apple, though. I like to see that. That'll be a good thing for the SPY if Meta and Apple keep moving the way they are. My gosh. Hopefully Meta. Wow. Look at Tesla even. Tessie. Tesla looked great. I love the way it bounced off that 248, 250 support like we talked about a second ago. Looks pretty bullish. Back to the upside. I actually even like the SPY back up here. Looks great. Back to the upside. I did identify a bit of a trend here in the short term. Starting to break out above the trend pretty well. If you want to get, you know, weird with it, we could draw out like a wedge. If you want to look at it that way. I'd rather not, but either way, I like the trend break and good move past 540. That's nice. Hell yeah, Tank. Meta's on fire right now. Really feeling the SPY. Now, it doesn't look that good on a zoomed out 5-minute chart, but whenever you zoom in intraday, definitely good. Going back to the Mag 7 setup overall, Amazon's moving well. Apple's moving pretty well. Microsoft's breaking out. Microsoft's, I think, even better than Apple now. What's up with that lag on the Thinkorswim? My gosh. It's like the thing's broken. Might be a restart going on that. Maybe some memory loss or something. Palantir 95.50, 2.95%. Great movement this morning so far. Great PA to the upside out of Palantir. Let's check out Bull. That is one that I had to look at today. BULL tanking down. Uh-oh. Might have even halted. I think it even halted. Yeah, it halted. Bull already. I'll tell you, this is some bullshit. I'm just kidding. No notifications on Bull though, but we know it halted because it didn't post the next candle. We'll check back in on it in a few minutes. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 3 minutes. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 3 minutes. Even Siri's lagging. Have a look at Intel. INTC. Haven't looked at this one in a little while. It's still holding support pretty well, which is good to see. We look at the daily. Doing lots of intraday analysis there. It dipped under that major low recently, which was pretty scary, but it bounced right back. $20.37 right now. Pretty good movement. Great PA here. Looking at the 5-minute chart. I love the way it's looking intraday as well. It looks like a lot of the other intraday setups that are fantastic, like the SPY. Almost even like Meta or Nvidia intraday. Meta's still moving, 536.90. They are getting close to some big resistance here, but they look like they want to get right past it. Might get some good early momentum here. A little breakout action. That'd be nice. A little continuation on Meta. Love Meta moving to the upside here. Best out of the Mag 7 today. Look at Nvidia down there consolidating in the bottom left chart. Not terrible. I like the way Meta's holding here as well. 180, 150. I meant to say Amazon if I said Meta. Felt like I caught myself there. Pretty good support though on Amazon. If it continues to hold this today, that would be a great sign on the recovery. Definitely watching for a larger possible recovery here. That's a big support. Of course, if we get a breakdown, I'm not going to be longing Amazon, of course. But watching for a potential test of, like, let's say the high of pre-market. That would be a great move here up to like 183. Off this support. Gotta know when the tide changes though. My alarm's going off for Bull. Go back to Bull as it on halts here in a second. It should be on halting any second now. Within the minute. Every time I say that, the 60 seconds that we wait feels like forever, but it'll be here in a sec. There it goes, unhalted. It's moving down so far in the first candle. Go check WMT. Moving pretty well. 1 minute chart really hot. Walmart's really on fire. Looking at the 1 minute chart, moving up very well. 95.70 coming into play. 0.91%. I like how it's breaking 95.50. That's some great movement there on Walmart. 95.64. Gosh, Walmart, whenever it trends, it really likes to trend, doesn't it? I know it's a stock that people think is more boring, but that daily chart doesn't look very boring here. Go check the bull again. Check back in. Still a lot of crazy movement here. Ivan reminded me, let's go. That definitely helped. Rocket Lab taking off. RKLB. 13% by Rocket Lab. Look at that daily chart movement. I love how it's holding at $20 support, breaking out really well today. I think it could even continue into tomorrow with the way that it looks. Either way, though, right now, great PA today. It broke above the recent high. I like $20 support, but the recent high was up around $21.40, $21.50. It's running above there right now.
The same ones that I ride with, be the same ones that I die with. Put it all out on the line with. If you're looking for me, you can find Wiz in a new car on the crowd with. My new broad, there's a fine chick and all the squad I'm down with.
RKLB, 13.49%. How about ASTS? 2260 could be bouncing a little bit. I like how it's only 22 as well. We're seeing a lot of growth stocks holding support and moving very well today. ASTS is another one that looks fantastic here. Like it could continue to the upside today in a great way. I'm gonna down some water real fast here. Switch back to the SPY. 542 breakout. It reacted at 542 a few minutes ago, starting to break out at the moment. Pretty good break. That's a key resistance there at 542. It's not the most crucial coming up, but you can tell that this zone, 542 to like, 542, pretty large. 543 is another area coming up where there's a lot of resistance as well. It just broke 542 a little bit. Getting weird on the candles, I'll say. I'm with you, Ivan. I think today will end up being more of a green day than a red day myself. I like the overall setup with how SPY is holding support well. Higher lows coming into play. The overall trend is pointing that way. Definitely has me leaning there. Hood is also moving. Karoka said. Robin Hood, nice. They are moving, I will say. They just touched up big resistance, though. I'd be a little wary of this one. At this second. They could always break resistance, but that's a pretty big one there. Going back to Bull. Hey, coming back. There we go, Bull. It halted again to the upside now. Another halt for Bull. That's how you do it. I'm not trained, just watching, Kuroka said. Precious Death said Palantir at 96.50. PLTR 96.50. $96 breakout. My gosh, what a nice move. I have the next major resistance up around 97.30, 97.50, very close there. That is a big level coming up here for Palantir. Might even end up seeing a break. We're testing it pretty quickly. It tested this level just yesterday morning, and it's coming back up for another test here. This is going to be a big move today. Let's go check Bull again. Just keeping my eyes on it here for whenever it unhalts. BULL. It'll be just 1 minute, just about, and it'll be moving higher. Tesla up 255.50. Love the way Tesla looks intraday. It will react at some resistance, but overall, it's still pretty low in the grand scheme of things compared to last Wednesday, which was the big SPY pop. We're seeing a lot of stocks get up to those levels, if not even past, so Tesla's really low in compared to some of them out there. Could be a lot of that negativity surrounding Tesla stock lately, but either way, we'll take the good intraday movement. Looking at the SPY here again. Go back to Bull. It should be unhalted now, or about to be unhalted. We're on the 5th minute. All right, let's see. Are we going to get a gap up here? Nice move higher. Hopefully it halts. It unhalts to the upside here in a good way. A lot of people were eyeing up probably the support down here around 43 to 44. It did unhalt higher, which is good. It's a great first sign. Doesn't mean it's going to end up green, but definitely good to see so far. Better than unhalting down, that's for sure. Happy tax day, everybody says. Hooray for taxes. How exciting. How exciting. I pay all these taxes, I can't even drive my car on the road. All these potholes and scraping it all up. Boeing trying to move higher here. 158.50. Let's see. Nice green candle so far in the 1 minute. Good morning, Shane. Sonia said AMD, Advanced Money Destroyer. Today, though, more like Advanced Money Dispenser. Looking pretty good. 96.50 coming into play. Good morning, good morning. And phase, not the best PA this morning so far. Moved up above 55, which was nice. Kind of faking out right now. Not a total letdown yet, but I would say a pullback under like 54.50 is going to be pretty brutal out there. Tough to hold it up. What do you think about Intel's chart? Very nice this morning. I thought the PA was awesome off the bat. It is pulling back a little bit, but I'm still hopeful that, like, let's say as the day progresses, Intel finds some support and starts to get a little bit more going here, so to say. Right now, it's definitely pulling back in a bit of a tough way, though. Don't want to see a pullback like this.
Take a chance now, we won't tumble. Wanna roll the dice. In a trance now, I'm full of.
Let's go see Ford, General Motors. 44 to 44.20 on GM and Ford. Those are on watch following Trump's auto comments. Definitely thought there could be some better PA there today. You know what has been doing pretty well lately is the pot stocks. CGC, I've been watching them the past couple trading days. I've been like, okay, you know, CGC starting to come back a little bit. These stocks are brutal, though. I cannot believe how much they are selling off right now. This is exactly why I've always said with these pot stocks, they are so risky. Their fundamentals are so bad almost that anything that you put into them, you need to act like you're losing. That's one thing that I definitely acted like here. And I always like to say with these stocks as well, a little bit could go a long way. You know, you don't gotta go crazy with these. Like a little, like a $500 to $1,000 position could go a long way if one of these pops. So it's not like you gotta necessarily go all in on these suckers either. But yeah, the pot stocks, very weird scenario here. Trump won and they are getting destroyed since that election. James said, yesterday I'm glad I didn't trade. Waiting for it to break the 5-minute low. Which ticker is that, Shane? Intel? Hopefully not. Oh, it was Intel. That's funny. You're waiting for it to break the 5-minute high or low. Hopefully it doesn't break the low. I would be cool with the 5-minute high though. That would be the ideal direction here. I think Intel looks awesome. Like, if you're out there and you're like, okay, Intel looks great, Tom, how could I set this trade up? I think, honestly, you could set it up kind of like this. You could look at this gap down area, like the lows from the past couple days, stop out within there. And as a target to the upside, I mean, it's hard to go too high. But, like, I mean, I would even think like that recent high 21 from yesterday, if not even a little bit higher, possibly, you know, looking at the overall setup, like maybe even more up towards like 2130 could be like in play here as like a, let's say, a day-long play. This wouldn't be as much of a scalp. It would be something you had to hold today, but you could set it up similar to this. You know, if the support gives out, it starts to gap down and fill that gap. I wouldn't hold it much below 20, but that's a big level here at $20. With the stop just below there, really, I mean, it's not a bad risk-reward setup. Even if you're targeting somewhere closer, like right here, the risk-reward is still 1.68, which is pretty good. Mostly high though, I agree. Let's go, Shane. Hell yeah. If it does break down, definitely adapt. You know, it could end up filling that gap, but I'm leaning that way today. SPY still looks pretty solid. It pulled back a little bit, but overall, great PA on the day. Pullbacks are going to happen, so be prepared. Hey, appreciate that. Chill says, like the video. Let's go. Like it up. 12 likes today.
All right, all right, all right.
That means you have to like it if Matthew says that. What movie's that from again? Is it like Fast Times at Ridgemont High or something? Is that what it is? I can't remember the name of the movie. And then he said something like, it'd be a lot better if you did. That was a pretty funny scene too. Dazed and Confused, that's it. You guys know. That's a pretty good movie too. I don't know if I like it as much as Fast Times, but pretty solid. I haven't seen it as much as the other one. How's HIMS looking? It's hovering above 29. HIMS. It is very well above 29. It actually bounced off 29 on the 1 minute here. Pretty good confirmation on that candle. Wow. Great bounce and confirmation back up. APLD looking like a buy today for the long term. APLD. Applied Digital falling off $4.13. You said it looks like a buy for the long term. Let's see the daily. Ooh. I'm not so sure about this one now. Looking back to like 2021, 2022, this stock was ripping and then it died. And as it died, it did a 1-for-6 reverse split, which killed shareholders there probably. And especially as it dropped afterwards, really killed them. It dropped down to $1. I would be very, very careful with this, Chill. As a long-term stock, it might be something to take a stab at, but it would be something that you gotta definitely be careful with it. I mean, like, for example, this could easily go to $1 and, like, it'd be no problem. Like, it would just be like any other week for this stock. Like, literally, it could drop like 75% and it would just be like normal PA. Like, that's how volatile this one is. I will say, though, the movement when it does rip is pretty damn advantageous. So I see where you're coming from, but I've chased these a lot in the past, Chill, and I've had my ass handed to me. So I just am trying to help you out a little bit there. Not saying it's terrible, not saying it won't go up, but when you get these companies that reverse split like that, it's generally a trend that keeps happening as time goes on. You'll probably buy now and it'll probably reverse split again. So that's the scary part. Now, a normal split would be fine, but a reverse split. For anyone wondering, Shane said, back in 2021, I go to Wrecked by CRKN. You got wrecked by CRKN in 2021. Oh my God. This is a great example, except it's played out a lot quicker. This stock looks awful. With all the splits and shit that go on with this one, it's saying it was $2 million a share at one point. My God. What type of... These are probably like 1 for 20s. 1 for 60 reverse split. Oh my God. 1 for 150. Holy, I don't think I've ever seen that. 1 for 150 on a reverse split. Oh my word. Now this... I see how this happened, Shane. Oh my God. You know, I've had that happen to me too with a few stocks back in the day, but I'll tell you what, it happened so long ago. It was like 2016, 2017. I can't even remember the tickers anymore. I used to try to chase some pharma stocks, you know, some big news. Back whenever I was new, I feel like people go through phases whenever they're new to trading. You know, it's like in your first year, you got this and this and this. In your second year, you got this and this and this. One of those first couple of years, I was into trading pharma stocks. I found a couple where I had some good wins on some rips and there was some good news that came out, and then I got excited. I started chasing a whole bunch, and I got stuck in a couple that went down in reverse split like that, and really learned my lesson. Really learned my lesson back in the day. It's nuts to say that that was like 9 years ago. It's wild to think about.
Here we go. They all want to see me flow. They want to see me go and pop and stop.
Netflix running, Cly said. NFLX. Wow, really on fire. Netflix, 985. Oh my gosh, one of the best rippers of the morning out of the Mag 7. Let's go back to it. Are they even a Mag 7? Did they get... Let's see. No, they weren't in the Mag 7. What was that term that people used? Oh, the Fang. Fang, that's what it is. And then they changed it and called it Tang. And then Mang, because Facebook became Meta. Kind of funny. Everybody has different names for it. Nowadays, it just depends on what you want to call it.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rise.
You got to put Nvidia in there now instead of Netflix, so maybe there's two ends. Went from 9,200 shares to 0.44 a share. Oh my God, Shane. Now that's a big difference. Larger than even I'm used to. Going back to Intel today, still setting up pretty well. I like how it's holding the $20 support. You still have it? Oh no. I guess there's no point in getting rid of it at that point. Hey, I appreciate Zachary for the sub. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely destroy that subscribe button. I go live every morning about 10 to 15 minutes before the market opens, depending on how good or bad my morning goes. Ford bouncing off support. He'll see General Motors. 44.20 support. Nice. Sorry I missed yesterday, by the way. I was out at court finally. The judge struck me down. Straight to jail, he said. No, I'm just playing around. Just playing. Bank of America 38, little bounce here intraday. I am watching some of these stocks that have moved well pulling back. Look at Intel coming up really well on the pullback. I love the way it looks here. Yeah, like I said earlier, I think Intel to the upside is a great potential play for today. You know, like I said earlier, you'd have to enter somewhere like right here. You know, your stop goes just under support. You target up somewhere like recent highs. Your risk-reward ratio turns out really well. Even if you lowered it a lot to here, it's still right around 1, which is decent. If you have a risk-reward ratio that's 1-to-1 and your win rate is above 50%, that's going to be resulting in really good long-term numbers. Now again, you know, you got to make sure those numbers are there. So and of course, so many things impact win rate. Your stop loss percentage impacts win rate. Your, you know, where you take profits impacts win rate. If you scale out, impacts win rate. You know, there's so many things that go into that everybody does differently that could end up impacting it. Good morning, Demure. Rook said guilty. I don't think I'm supposed to talk about what they did in the court. Obviously, I don't really care too much about my situation, but whenever I was there, I felt like I was watching like Judge Judy or something. There were people up there talking about weird cases and stuff that was going on weird, and like there was one situation where somebody was there, they shot somebody in self-defense or something. I was like, what the heck? And there was another situation with like a skydiver hurting themselves and suing the skydiving company. I was like, what? Obviously, I'm not going to say anything that happened, but it was pretty funny. There was lots of other stuff as well, but it was like watching a show. They were all up there arguing and saying he did what, she did what, you know, it was kind of funny. Shane said 2050 is where I'm looking for a break and a retest. Nice. On Intel, of course. I could see it breaking here. It's obviously chopping around a lot, though. All right, let's see how these supports end up holding up. No, it was not that, Ivan. I had to go take care of something like paperwork for my daughter. It was kind of dumb. It was one of those dumb things like where a judge has to sign off on it, even though it's like a really dumb, like just little paperwork change. I guess it wasn't a little paperwork change, but it seemed like a lot of hassle and had to pay a lawyer and all this stuff just to change some paperwork. It's like, what the hell? Let's go check LVS, maybe MGM, some of the casino stocks today. They're actually looking really good intraday. Penn Gaming, maybe? Okay. Good action. Intraday, these look pretty great. LVS was on fire. 1.8%, pointing higher. Yeah, I guess, Ivan. I guess so. I never thought about it that way, but I guess it would be that. Is Meta going up, Dexter said? Yeah, Meta. It's trying to hold its base. I know today it's been pointing up for the most part, but at this very second, it's not. It's actually lowering towards key support. I'm watching more of for support to bounce and hold, though, on Meta, rather than seeing a breakdown. It's a big support. There's a lot of supports coming into play today. If we do start to see Meta break down, that's definitely going to have me a little sad about the Intel setup and a lot of the other setups here today that have been holding support well. Even Nvidia holding it well. AMD around 93 to 94. Really nice. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab a bottle of water. I'll be right back. Looking at the Mag 7 setup, there's been a shift in direction here. A lot of downside action coming into play. SPY dipping down to 540 on this pullback as well. Uh-oh. Brutal to see. Be right back.
Lost in a whirlwind of sweet serenade, caught up in a love that won't let me fade. Heartbeats pounding, emotions are high, but I'm blind to the truth, don't know why. In the haze of passion, I can't see clear. Wrapped up in your arms, nothing I fear, but the world keeps turning. Time slips away, blinded by love, I've gone astray. Blinded by love, I can't see the signs. Falling deeper each day, losing track of time. I'm blinded by love, lost in this abyss. Oh, how the heart film of love.
All right. We are back and the sell-off ensues. Uh-oh. I'm looking for news here.
Cast a spell on me, oh so true. Now I'm lost in the hues and shades of blue. Oh yeah, with every touch, floating on air. You make me believe in magic. Nothing I feel.
I'm not seeing any news that would necessarily send this down. EU expects U.S. tariffs to remain is talks make little progress. That's something hitting the headline. But I think SPY started dipping a couple minutes before that. But either way, pretty close actually to the time when it came out. Big dip down. Now SPY, we have to look at the trend line here. SPY is testing the trend right now on this dip. Testing it very well. 538 bouncing.
You let me down so many times, but I come back around, and I don't know why. Should've let you get under my skin. I swore I'd never fall for you, not again.
That's a pretty good bounce there, SPY. I will say, holding the trend well. Holding it very, very well here on this bounce. Doesn't mean it's going to hold all day, but so far, pretty good sign. EU tariffs to remain as talks make little progress. That is the main headline hitting here right now. But the SPY stiff bounce off the trend. That is a big one there. That's why we plot these levels here. That's why we plot these. Love to see the reaction. Now it's actually at the next key resistance. This is a big level from this morning as resistance, actually. Can you guys tell? This will be a big level to break through. Still working on my darn entries. Toby said bad news. That EU news might be bad. It doesn't sound that bad, but I guess it sparked some sell-off there. It was the main headline. SPY's in between some very key levels, though. Let's go check on some of the Mag 7. Nvidia definitely pulled back really hard. Intel's testing key $20 support on the day. Honestly, now, with the way Intel turned over, looks kind of brutal. We're going to need $20 to really hold up. That setup was looking really good until that weird reaction from that news came in. You know, it actually had a pretty good trend. You could almost say it was like flagging on the day. Not something I was totally looking at, but something that, you know, you could watch there. Big difference now. Gonna have to really hold 20. What kind of weird reaction is that? $544 up here at the top. Everybody in my house is sick right now except for me, so knocking on the wood. We got a sick baby, we got a sick fiance. all at the same time.
I don't wanna be here anymore. I will go away and close this stupid door. I don't wanna be here anymore. I'm sure. I don't believe in the heaven. I don't believe in the hill.
Humidity's killing ya. Must be the weather. There we go. That humidity sounds terrible, Demir. That's the one bad thing about St. Louis in the summertime where I live, is that it gets really humid. And it gets annoying. Like, they say that, like, it could be super hot, like, let's say in Florida or something. But a lot of times in Missouri with the humidity, it's a lot worse. Maybe Florida was a bad example, but you get what I mean. More down south.
Don't wanna be loved, don't wanna be hugged. The thought I made of paper of trying to tear me down. This is me, made of steel and blood. They give me a whip.
Going to the watch list here today. Rocket Lab still leads the way. No way. Even with the pullbacks, Rocket Lab holds it. EJT up. Looking for some stocks that didn't really react much to this pullback here, but it seems like everything did. Pew Pew ended up getting puts. There you go. Mir said, I think we're about to drop. SPY tested trend again. Another test. If it goes for a third test, you might end up seeing a breakdown. Hopefully we don't see that.
I was a liar, I gave into the fire. I know I should have fought it, at least I'm being honest. Felt like a failure, cause I know that I failed you. I should have done you better, cause you don't wanna lie. And I know, and I know, and I know she gives you everything, but boy, I couldn't give it to you. And I know, and I know, and I know that you got everything, but I got nothing here without you. So one last time,
Did Powell write this song? Close the door.
who takes you home?
Close the effing door, Powell says. Powell will be speaking this week. I don't know if you guys remembered that. Tomorrow, he'll be giving an economic outlook in Chicago, Illinois. We're going to have Mason go yell at him to cut rates. If anyone here's in Chicago and I don't hear you yelling at Powell during his thing, I'm going to be upset. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. It's a joke. I got to say that pretty quick. Next thing I know, someone will be yelling at Powell saying, Tom said. Let's see if it does test. I'm thinking it won't test again, given the way it looks, the way it's bouncing. I'm still hopeful on the overall setup to the upside, but hey, if that trend breaks, then I'm going to ship. All we hear is, Powell, you gotta pump it up. We should go with a big boom box and play We Need a Hero. That'd be hilarious.
Strung out on a feeling, my hands are tied. Your face on my
You'll see it test 540, then you'll short it. It's touching 540 now. Pretty weird spot, right in the middle of the range today. Back to the meta. Such a sharp turnaround. We probably are going to see SPY drop if these Mag 7s end up giving out on these key supports. They're all like running down to test support from this morning. Good thing we're seeing them bounce for now, but like Apple, $200. This is such a crucial level here, even psychologically. Crazy level here.
Something in the darkness that you hide. There's something that you don't wanna show. You're reaching for a light that you can't find. Well, I'm knocking there at your door. If my eyes were closed, I could follow where you go. Get me eyes and love me every way you know.
Very nice on the SPY. Good bounce. Somebody asked me about the SPY in the chat. Anyone know when we can get options for bull? It usually takes a little while. I can't remember exactly how long it takes. It can take a little while though, depending. Let's see. Let's see what ChatGPT says. How long does it take before a new IPO can get options to trade? I'm curious what it says here. Typical time frame: options usually become available within 5 to 8 trading days after the IPO begins trading on the exchange. But of course, nothing is guaranteed. It needs enough trading volume and investor interest. They're saying like Airbnb and Snowflake, for example, were pretty hot, so options like tend to be listed quicker on stuff like that. The options exchange has to approve it, of course. Yeah, lots of regulatory stuff, but at the end of the day, it says about 5 to 8 days. I've seen it take a while, though, before. Yeah, like Demir says, even if they do add options, the MMs will rip you off. 100%. The implied volatility will probably be through the roof. And the options will be way overpriced. And yeah, the second that that stock turns around, it'll be destroyed. They are out on Newsmax now, yeah. Yeah, that's what Demir was just saying. They kind of screwed people over on Newsmax with them. It makes sense. Let's go plot it on the chart and check it out here. NMAX. Even the IV today looks weird. Oh my god. When the options came on the market, it was at 238%. It dropped to 195%. Oh my gosh. And the stock it's moved quite a bit. But that'll probably get a lot lower. Unless something crazy happens, but was hearing how Elon got like 1,000,001 strike options that were 10 years long. When Tesla dropped, I'm not quite sure on that one. I know he would have to report it. I don't remember seeing those, but not saying you're wrong. Yep, I agree, Demir. Demir said Webull is another classic pump and dump scheme, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. It might not be a total like scheme, but retail traders made it a pump, and yeah, there will probably be a subsequent dump coming as well. Webull probably doesn't want it to be a scheme, but they have 20 mil users. Hood has 26 mil. That's actually pretty close. If those numbers are correct, that's pretty close. Mason said SPY calls and puts down today. Yeah, makes sense. 0.017%. I'll do something though with some SPY calls and puts.